All right, welcome to Station 3 Heart Rate Mini Lab. So for this lab, we are going to talk about why do you feel a change in the speed of your heart when you exercise. You are going to read this background information, and then while you read the background information, you're going to answer the pre-lab questions that are on page 6. So you can feel free to pause the video and answer the questions based on this reading here, or you can use the paper version that we have left on your desk for you all to investigate. Once you're done reading the pre-lab questions, we are going to jump into our activity here. So you're going to start off with your hypothesis. After exercise, my heart rate will, and this is where you choose what you think will happen. You're going to put whether it will increase, decrease, or stay the same. Then you're going to state your reason. So why did you say increase? Why did you say decrease? Why would you say stay the same? It's up to you. Choose one. Just make sure it makes sense based upon what you think. Next, you're actually going to begin the lab. So choose one person from your table group, who is willing to do exercise. And this person is going to first get the pulse oximeter. So this is a fancy equipment that measures your pulse, so your heart rate, and it measures the amount of oxygen that is going through your body. So you have two choices. You're going to place it either on your index finger, so your pointer finger, or you can place it on your middle finger. And you're going to wait 10 to 15 seconds while it stabilizes. So make sure you press the button that is here. It should light up, and you stick your finger in it, and you're going to see a couple of changes. And I'm going to wait until the reading pops up. And then I'm going to record my number here. So I see that my oxygen at rest is 99. And then my beats per minute is 83. So that's how fast my heart is going. Then I'm going to get up and do some exercise. So I'm going to do some jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Pretend 30 seconds went by. I'm going to immediately put this back on, and I'm going to record what I have going on in this area here and this area here. So the top number is your oxygen, and the bottom number is the beats per minute. Then after I'm done exercising and immediately measuring, I'm going to start a timer for 1 minute of rest. And after my 1 minute of rest, I'm going to immediately record my oxygen and the heart rate. If you want to, multiple people could do the lab and test their own self, but you definitely need one person from your lab group to do this activity. Once this is done and everybody has data recorded, you're going to move on to the explain portion. So for this one, oopsie, you're going to begin with question number 4, and it says, describe the pattern that you observed across the 3 trials. So you should have 2 different answers. One, the pattern that you notice for your heart rate and beats per minute. And then the other one is for what you notice with your oxygen. So did it increase, decrease, or remain the same? For question 5, this is where you're going to say, why do you think these results happen? So why did you think the changes that you saw occurred? And you can use information from the background reading before to support your answer for the because. Next, we're going to begin our elaborate section. So for this question, it wants you to talk about a feedback mechanism. So for here, you can say the body uses, and you can determine negative or positive feedback to, and this is where you're going to say, how does it help with the increased demand in oxygen during exercise? So be super specific. What is going on with our body? What does it need during this time? For question 7, you're going to talk about the heart rate returning to normal shows that So how does the heart rate returning to normal show that homeostasis has been restored? And then for question number 8, you are going to choose 2 systems that interact to maintain homeostasis while exercising. You can go to lesson 5.5 in unit number 5 to go through if you need a reminder of the body systems. And if you have any questions, please chat with the teacher, but make sure you have watched this video first. And then finally, you are going to do a self-evaluation about how you feel after completing this lab. Do you feel like you can clearly connect how this activity is with homeostasis? Give yourself 100%. If you're kind of on the iffy side, give yourself 65. If you can't explain it at all, you're lost, you never heard of homeostasis, 50%. All right, see you in the next one.